Hi, Fiona Auckland here with Bouncing Back. And I'm actually doing a lot of cleaning today and a little music on the TV going. And I'm just doing some major cleaning. I've got my girl going into the vet tomorrow for a little surgery. So I want to make sure everything's really tip top shape for her when she gets home. But I wanted to jump on just for a minute because I know this is a really difficult time for everybody. Everybody is struggling, trying to understand what's going on. And without really enough answers, it's really hard to understand exactly what's going on. So what I'm seeing is everybody's trying to put together their own idea of what's going on. And, you know, we don't really have any concrete answers one way or the other. Everybody's got their own opinions and everybody's got their own ideas. I have my own. I am personally not trying to share them with too many people because it just causes conflict. One thing is everybody is under stress right now because it's unknown what's going on, because they're out of their normal routines, because they're having to stay home, because they're worried about money and jobs and food and a virus and etc. I get it. But what I'm seeing is increasing daily, and I'm seeing it on social networks a lot, is that we are now starting to attack each other. It's not so much let's blame this on the president or let's blame this on the Chinese or let's blame this. Somebody wants to find somebody to blame it on. And what I'm seeing now is people are now starting to attack each other. And because one person says one thing, oh, I think this is how this started, or I think this is where this came from, or I think this is this. I'm not even going to get into expletives. I'm not going to get specific about any of this. But then I see other people say, oh, no, you're wrong. This is the way. Get your facts straight. And then it starts to get edgy with each other. And it's like, don't you get it? That's what I'm not going to say who wants, but that's what another level wants us to start doing, is attacking each other. It's let's get everybody all confused, worried, scared, and angry. Then let's get everybody attacking each other. Then, we just need to step back and stop. Take it easy. Start focusing on projects, good music. We're all stuck at home right now. We're all in the same boat. So rather than get upset with each other, rather than sit on your freaking computer all day or watching your TV all day, get outside, clean, walk your animals, go out in nature, breathe the air, stay your distance, but talk to people, share with others, because everybody is starved for having that contact with each other. People aren't used to having not to be able to see each other or talk to each other. So the whole point is stop attacking each other. Everybody is allowed their own opinion. You don't have to agree with it. Just let it be. Let everybody, that's why we have wars. That's why we have so much problem with our world today, because people will not allow other people to think whatever they want to think. I don't care how wrong somebody is. And in my opinion, there are some things that come out that are just way off the edge. But as long as they're not going out with a gun and shooting everybody and killing everybody, let people have their own thoughts, their own opinions, their own ideas, and stop attacking each other. Can we not have a discussion and have different opinions and learn from each other that way rather than attack each other and get upset? I mean, really, people, let's stop acting like little 2-year-olds and let's start acting like adults, and let's start acting like beings with hearts that care about each other. Let's start, instead of coming from the mind, come from the heart. It's how you heal, it's how you grow, it's how you learn, it's how you expand, it's how you raise your frequency, it's how you get through all the most difficult times. Is go with your heart. Stop going with your mind. Your mind will screw you up every time. And when you start going at each other with your minds, you're not thinking straight with your heart. You're not letting your intuition work for you. You're not being authentic. You're not being your true self. So try to let go of all this anger and blame and stop going at each other and start listening to each other. And if somebody puts something up that you don't agree with, step away. Say, okay, you know what? This discussion isn't working for me and I don't agree with it. So I'm going to say best to you and I'm going to log off and go to somewhere else. How easy is that? Easy. So let's start trying to practice a little bit more compassion, a little bit more love, a little bit more patience, and get out of our own egos of having to be right and breathe. Oh my God, bloody well, please breathe. And try to find a little joy. You know, I think back, while we're going through what we're going through now, I think back about my grandmother used to tell me, my mom was, and my family was in England during the bombing. My mom later worked for Winston Churchill for a short time. But my mom was a little girl or a young woman hiding down below while they were bombing. And my grandma used to tell me stories about, how scary it was, and that they were lucky to stand in line all day for a loaf of bread that they had to make last for a week. They made stone soup. You know what stone soup is? That's when you put a stone in and you put whatever else you can find in there to make soup. They did whatever they could do. They played games with each other. They didn't have TVs. They didn't have phones. They didn't have computers. They didn't have all the crap we have. And we sit here and complain. And we have so much. We're not stuck in a concentration camp, being starved, given no food. We're not, you can even go back to the medieval days. We're not just being killed because we're just standing there, and we have a sheep and they don't. So put things into perspective. We actually have so much, we're very fortunate for what we have. And let's start looking at the cup fulleth rather than cup empty. And let's start looking at the positive things. And let's start, okay, there are issues, there are problems, there are things that are happening that are not good. Well, let's start trying to find solutions and start looking at things that would work, that we can do. And one of those things is to all raise our frequencies and to share love with each other and to share goodness with each other and compassion and kindness and heart, not this bull BS that I see that is this, I don't agree with you, I don't like you, well, that's not right, well, I'm right, well, I'm wrong, it's like, what the hell is that? And that's not getting us anywhere. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get so overly dramatic there, but please, people, please, start showing your heart. Start coming from your heart. I love all of you, and I know we can do fine and we can get through this. And there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. And if, let's say, the whole world explodes, well, c'est la vie. That's the end of it anyway. Do you think you and I are going to be sitting here arguing about who pushed what button or how it happened? No, we're not. We're all going to be somewhere else, evolved into something else, depending on what you believe. So don't worry about it. Just take each moment and take each day and back off some of the media stuff. Back up off some of the social media. Back off if you find yourself getting irritated with what somebody's saying. Maybe you've been on there for too long. Maybe it's too much. Maybe you need to get outside and have some of that fresh air out there. And you know what? You can be irritated with what I'm saying. That's okay too. But I'm just wanting to share because I've seen this and it breaks my heart, to be honest with you. And we're better than this. We're way better than this. And the whole point is to stay united. Okay? We'll find a way. Okay? Use your heart. I love you. I love you all. Please stay bright. Stay kind. And I will talk to you soon. Okay? Bye.